And now for the second installment of our five-part series on some of Vancouver's smartest people, as delineated in the current issue of Vancouver magazine. Today, we've chosen comedic actor Linda Cullen, half of CBC Radio's nationally known double exposure comedy team with partner Bob Robertson. They've spent the past decade as one of Canada's most successful comedy acts, lampooning national politics and the foibles of Canadian society. But what makes Linda smart? Well, some say it's her mouth.
It's a frightening thing, I think. And I think that, really, we should probably question Vancouver magazine.
Double exposure.
It's no mistake, Linda Cullen is one of the city's smartest. Just ask one of the 500,000 listeners who tune in weekly to hear her satirize Canadiana on Double Exposure.
This is Barbara McDougall, and at that point, we've just found out that we actually are long-lost sisters. Siamese twins, really. You can see we're joined at the armpit.
Linda forged her career lampooning Grace McCarthy and other newsmakers. However, having hundreds of personalities living inside you has its problems.
I think it takes I think it takes some kind of mental imbalance to do it. I mean, you know, somebody asked me, I was pacing backstage. There's always a few moments of pacing, you know, and somebody said just before he went on, well, you know, how are you doing? And I said, well, at the moment, I'm trying to figure out another line of work that I could move on to, because there are those moments just before you walk out there where you say, my God, why do you do this? Because it's, you know, it's nerve-wracking. It's you're anxious. You're worried that people aren't going to laugh. And
why do you do it?
Because it's fun in general, and because there really is nothing like blurting something out and having everybody just erupt.
Good morning, I'm Sheila Rogers. This is Morningside.
Do it again. I missed that.
Linda's radio comedy career started over 10 years ago when she met her double exposure and romantic alter ego Bob Robertson at another radio station. Linda was producing, Bob did voices. A partnership was born.
I've never thought of her as a smart person. She's brilliant. She's very funny. But I wouldn't say smart. It's an overused term these days. So I would have settled for brilliant.
In general, I'm probably a fairly sarcastic person, and so when I watch things, you know, I would have a tendency to be, it's that smart-ass thing again. That's what that is. And I found a way to make money with it, which is, thank God.
Linda grew up in southeast Vancouver, an only child, an average student. Her high school counselors didn't appreciate her unique thought process.
I think that you have to have a lateral mind. Maybe that's the answer to this whole thing, this whole smart thing. It's a lateral mind. You don't necessarily always have to know the finer details of a political point. You just have to see an incident, and you have to sort of know how to twist it and take it off in another direction. And that's just pure comedy, I think.
Oh, I am rather pissed off. That's fine. That's fine.
Can you say that on radio? Rather?
And it's that irreverent ability to blend the absurd with the serious, the wit with the wisdom, that defines Double Exposure and Linda Cullen.
The bottom line of everything we do is comedy and making people laugh.
Great smile.